was a mammoth effort. I mean, it was an epic draw. There's no other way to sort of put it. A record number of overs to survive. For the first 3.5 days, Australia had just done everything right. They'd given themselves the best opportunity they could have to win. But in the end, the resistance shown by Babar Azam, of course, by Abdullah Shafiq and by Mohammad Rizwan as well, it was just so resilient. They were the wall that Australia couldn't break down in the end. There was always someone to come back. Australia had their chances. They dropped catches. But they had it possibly in their hands. You have to give it a lot of credit for what Pakistan did in the end.
171.4 hours, and of course 506 they scored for 43. How you rate this Babar Azam inning? Because as a limited hours player we have no doubt about him, but as a test cricket I think this is the inning which actually enhanced his stature, and maybe he now will discussing in the fabulous four.
I mean, I don't worry about the Fab Four thing so much. I just think he's a wonderful player. He's beautiful to watch, and I just think this innings, and he's obviously never done this in a fourth innings of a Test match before. He's never, or at the end of a Test match, he's never saved a match in quite that fashion. So I think for him, it just takes him to another level, doesn't it? It shows something else that he can do beyond being stylish, beyond being, we know how talented he is, even in Test format, but in the one-day format as well. But to do what he did, this is kind of the stuff of legend, and I think it'll be remembered for a long time.
And lastly, as a Pakistani fan, as a Pakistani media, people were actually very happy like Pakistan win today. That draw is equivalent to win. But as Australian journalist, as Australian media, and of course as Australian team, I think very tough to understand and digest this draw, because we were in a very good position. And I think that's why we're saying that Test cricket is real cricket. And whenever you win a Test, it actually gives you an immense celebration and of course the joy. But Pakistan hold that.
Well, see, there's one thing here. I don't support Australia as a side. I don't support a team, and that's not how I look on it. I just want to see a good match. So I don't feel at all sad about Australia not winning the Test match. I just think it was a really great match to watch. But I do agree. I watched the players as they came off, and the Pakistan players were celebrating, hugging, smiling. The Australians, first of all, looked absolutely shattered physically, and there were very few smiles on their faces. So you could tell this did feel like a loss to them, and I think it took a lot out of them. So it's going to be very interesting to see just how well they can bounce back in Lahore, where it's there. The series is there for someone to win.
Thank you.